Alright, so this is my approach to my eating, I don't even want to call it a diet, but this is how I eat. And the biggest mistake people make with nutrition is just overcomplicating it, man. Like, I don't track everything, but I'm always aware of what I'm eating. My general rule is, I just eat healthy whole foods for breakfast and lunch. And for breakfast, I just did a video. You can check that out. And for dinner, I eat whatever I want, but I still make sure it has a lean protein in there, or something like if I eat spaghetti or something, it's gonna have some lean ground beef in there. But I just focus on avoiding highly processed foods and anything artificial junk like that Red 40 stuff. Like I said, I make sure every meal got a solid source of protein and carbs. And before I eat anything, one thing I always ask myself before eating it is, will this help me or is it gonna hurt me? Will this fuel my body or make me feel like crap? For instance, like ramen is loaded with sodium, and fast food, bro, I hardly ever eat it because it doesn't even feel clean or nutritious, packed with oils, and honestly, like, I don't even trust the meat I'm getting. There are some healthier alternatives like Panera and Chipotle. Those are pretty much the only fast food I eat. But that's why so many people feel sluggish, lethargic, and have brain fog. Eating the right foods isn't just about looking good, it affects you mentally and emotionally too. So this is why I don't follow strict diets. So strict diets don't work long term. Why? Because they're restrictive. They suck the joy out of everything and eating, and eventually you're just gonna quit. Like, it's just not sustainable. Instead of forcing myself into a perfect diet, I just focus on long-term habits that just keep me healthy and without feeling like I'm on a diet. Like, I follow something close to the 80-20 rule, which means 80% of the food is whole, natural, unprocessed, and the 20% is just whatever I want. Like, if I want to add some seasoning, salt, like, I'm not gonna restrict myself from that. You know what I'm saying? As long as it still fuels me properly. Like, for example, I'm not gonna freak out over eating a burger or some ice cream. Like, my son, he loves getting ice cream every day. I'm gonna eat it with him, but I do stay mindful of what's in my food. At the store, I'm always checking labels and trying to avoid unnecessary processed stuff and make sure I'm getting enough protein every day. So here's a breakdown of how I eat throughout the day. Alright, so breakfast, I always start with a high protein meal. I just did a video on it, but it's usually 5 eggs, 3 chicken sausages, and I always have my green tea and honey lemon, and on top of that I have some jasmine rice. I don't eat no sugary cereals, no processed junk, no fake sandwiches, just real food that's gonna give me that energy. Lunch, again, I just keep it simple. Lean protein, carbs, healthy fats. A typical meal could be ground beef and rice, some veggies, or some chicken and rice. Keep it simple. Keep it, like, I literally eat the same thing for the past, I don't know how long, 15 years. And for dinner, this is where I allow myself more flexibility. I eat whatever I feel like, but as long as it still has a good amount of protein. That means if I'm having pizza, I'm gonna add some chicken on it. If I'm eating pasta, I'm gonna make sure I got some lean ground beef in there, or whatever, extra protein, throw it in there somehow. But this keeps me from overdoing it on the junk while I'm still enjoying my food. Like, I don't restrict myself from not having something. Most of the time, like the junk food, I just don't even crave it because I know how it's gonna make me feel. And even though I'm not on a strict diet, there are a few things I stay away from because they just aren't worth it. Highly processed junk foods like chips, fast food, packaged snacks with 50 plus ingredients, artificial ingredients. Like, if you can't even pronounce it, like, I stay away from it. Things like Red 40, sugary drinks, I stick to water, tea, and occasional protein shake, bro. That's literally, and some orange juice occasionally. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's to make choices that fuel your body and keep you feeling good. This is what the Bible says about eating. The Bible actually talks about food and how we should treat our bodies. First Corinthians 10:31 says, "So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God." That means we should be mindful of what we put in our bodies, not to be restrictive, but to honor the body God gave us. Like they said, you use it. Like you're either gonna use it or you're gonna lose it. You don't need to follow a strict diet to get strong and stay lean. Just focus on whole foods, get enough protein, and keep things simple. Make it a lifestyle, something you can stick to in the long term without stress. But that's pretty much it, man. Like when people ask me for a diet, I'm just like, bro, you don't have to overcomplicate it, man. If this helps you, man, just hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll go more in depth if you really want to know more about it. But appreciate y'all for listening. That's it for now. Peace.